Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, all right, first of all, let me take this gum out because I know some people are gonna be like, sis, why you got that gum in your mouth? Let's get straight into this story time. But before we get into this story time, I'm gonna do like a little mini review on this hair because I recently installed this hair in like a week or two ago. People have been messaging me saying, what hair is this? What hair is this? So we just gonna go ahead and bust down this review real quick, real quick. Give you the time step to skip to the story time, but for the people who want to know deets on this hair, it's gonna be very quick. Now this hair is from World New Hair and it is the deep wave closure 4x4, hence why nothing is going on, no action is going on over there. Sorry y'all, I'm trying to look at the camera. Let me look at the camera because like my mirror is behind, so I keep looking up. But I'm gonna look at the camera, okay? This hair is the deep wave 4x4 closure, 20 inches. And I know you guys are like, 20 inches? Yes, 20 inches. I decided to cut it. I don't know how much I cut it to. Probably like, this giving me like 10 inches, 12 inches, I think. I decided to cut it. Now, this originally was not my wig. This was my mother's wig. Really liked the way it looked out the package, so she gave it to me. This is not a sponsored video, just to let you know. This hair sheds. This hair tangles, so do not buy this hair. That's all I'm gonna tell y'all. What I did was I ended up cutting the hair, and I ended up hey bro, don't buy the hair. It don't matter what I did. I just know how to make hair look decent. The hair not good. The hair is not good. And like, I'm so happy that my mom gave me the hair because she would have been complaining and stuff, and I would have not heard the last of it. And like, in the fact that she don't really know how to style like hair and stuff like that, she just would have been so upset. But if you do want to know, like, I did dye the front of the hair. Like, I bleached the front of the hair. What I will say about this hair that is really good is that this hair curls are very nice. And also this hair, what else can I say about this hair that's really good? The frontal melts really good into your skin, like really good into your skin. So yeah, other than that, don't buy this hair. Let's get into this video because bitch, people just keep asking, so I just wanted to tell y'all, do not buy this hair because I don't want nobody to be telling me I bought the hair. And bro, I told you not to buy it. But let's get into the video. We are going to be doing a story time on a vacation from hell. Lately, I've been watching vacation story times and fake friend story times. If y'all want me to do a fake friend story time, let me know. Cause sis, let me know. I will do it. I have a vacation from hell story time. Now, this vacation wasn't like horrible, but no cap, like, I was not happy by the ending of this vacation. I was very pissed. I was very irritated by the ending of it. Even the birthday girl was pissed. She was irritated. And I even have like a little mini story time within the vacation for y'all. Like, we're going to get into the nitties and the gritties of it. Let's get started. So I'm really not going to say my friend's name on camera because I don't know if she really wants her name to be said on camera. But hey girl, like, if you watching this, you know this your story time. Her birthday came up and she was like, hey girl, we're going to Dallas for my birthday. Now my friend, I'm from Texas, like, you know, Dallas, that's not really like a vacation for us, but like, you know, like, I don't mind like a trip, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care if we're going to San Antonio, Austin, like, a trip is a trip to me, you know what I mean? I've been to Dallas before, of course, but shit, Dallas is a vibe, you feel me? So I was happy to go to Dallas because you know the funny thing? I had just went to Dallas in December and had the time of my fucking life. So when she told me we was going to Dallas in January, I was like, oh yeah, like, and the funny thing is I went to Dallas in December for my other friend's birthday. So I was like, yes, like I'm ready. Like I'm ready. Like, just tell me what I need to pay for and I'm ready. And all she said that I needed to pay for it was the Airbnb. Sis didn't even said that I need to pay for the gas. Sis just said I need to pay for the Airbnb. And it was like 9 girls coming. We pull up to Dallas, skirt. We'll just name my friend the birthday girl because she really not that. She important, but she not that important in this crazy ass story time. Like, the birthday girl, I asked her like, what's the deets? Like, what's the itinerary? She gave me the itinerary, the setup, everything, boom. So she was telling me that it was these Dallas African boys that were scammers, and they were going to be paying for her section. I think she was going to pay for her section one night. They were going to pay for the section the next night, and they were also supposed to pay for drinks. They were supposed to bring drinks and everything to the Airbnb. Now, I asked this girl, I'm like, do you know these niggas? Because my friend, she from Atlanta. She not even from Texas, but she go to school with us out here in Texas. So I'm like, do you even know these niggas? And she's like, no, I don't know these niggas, but such and such know these niggas. So this is rule number one, y'all. When you go on a trip, do not depend on nobody for nothing. I had already had my reservations about it, and I was just I asked her, I'm like, girl, are you sure these niggas are gonna do this? Like, these niggas don't know you. You get what I mean? She was like, yeah, they're supposed to do it. Da, da, da. They promised. So I'm like, okay. So we went to Dallas. The Airbnb was nice as hell. The itinerary setup was cute. We went to Dallas on Friday. We're supposed to be coming back on Sunday. Thank God she ended up buying drinks regardless. Like, she said, I'm gonna buy drinks regardless because the boys were coming later on that night. So she went to the store to go buy drinks. One of the guys is not really significant. Now, the same night that we got to Dallas, we were supposed to go to a black club, and then we were supposed to go to after hours at an African club afterwards. I was not gonna go to the club with them because I had an appointment, if you guys know what I mean. So I had an appointment with this boy that I was talking to that was from Dallas. I told this nigga, this is my little side story before I get into the vacation. I told this nigga I was coming to Dallas. He was like, let me know when you touch down. This and that and this. Like, just let me know when you touch down. I was like, bet. Like, me and him been talking about linking up or whatnot, but because the nigga was from Dallas, it was hard, kind of. I mean, he would come into Houston or whatnot, but he would come when either I was busy or he would be busy. So, like, it wouldn't be like that. So I told my friend, I told her straight up, I said, oh, I'm not going out tonight. Like, I'm linking with this one nigga. She was like, bad. She was like, but still come to the, there was like this little game room in the Airbnb, and they were doing like games before they went to the club. She was like, come to the game room and, like, you know, like, come to the game night or whatnot, but you don't have to go to the club. It's fine. It's Gucci. Like, it's the first night. First of all, let me just give y'all like a viewpoint of these niggas and just give y'all like my opinion. Personally, I don't like African scammers. I don't like African scammer boys because they think because they have money that they can do anyhow. They think because they have, and a lot of them be like ugly, like. And I know some people about to get mad at it, but it's the truth. Like, a lot of these African scammer niggas be ugly as hell, and all they have for themselves is money, and they use their money to get what they want. So they become very ignorant. They forget how their faces look, and they forget that the money that they have is not really theirs, and shit can change in the blink of an eye if the officers decide to investigate. They forget. So one of the niggas was cute. He was all right. He was cute. He was cool, kind of. He was kind of cool. Like, he didn't really do much. There was another one that I could off rip. Like, I got bad vibes from him off rip. Like, you could just tell, like, he did a lot. And then there was another one that was just very neutral. The one that I said was kind of cute, I don't really want to give them names because I'ma kind of forget the names. So I'ma just keep calling the one that's kind of cute and the one that did the most. That's their names. The one that was kind of cute, he was the one that said that the one that was ignorant was going to be the ones paying for our sections, our bottles, and everything. Now, they did bring bottles to the house that night. So off rip, I was like, okay, this is like a good start. Like, this is like a good start. You know what I mean? They bought Hennessy, I think, and they bought some other bottle. I don't remember it, but they bought like big ass bottles. So I was like, okay, cool. Like, they mad cool, you know what I mean? Now, when we were playing the games, I just, in my honest opinion, and sis, if you watching it, like, this is just how I feel. So in my honest opinion, I do feel like the niggas were a little bit too, like, sexual when the games were going on, but I wasn't really thinking anything of it. I didn't really care. Now, at this point, I had already messaged the nigga that I was supposed to be seeing for the night, and I was like, where you at? Like, you know, you said you was gonna come and pick me up, because I didn't have a car. They had like 2 cars. We had drove 2 cars in total for the trip, but those were not my car. I can't take other people's cars to go see a nigga. Mind you, the boy lived in Denton. Like, if y'all know Dallas and Denton, that's like a good hour drive. So I cannot, like, it's not like the nigga lived close, you know. And on top of that, regardless, I couldn't take the car because they were going to need the cars to go to the club that night. I was messaging this nigga, where are you? Texting this nigga, where are you? This nigga went ghost. I got ghosted. He ghosted the fuck out of me. He did not message me. Nothing. He did not reply to me. He didn't do nothing. Mind you, you know how like niggas be like, oh, she was talking about she was gonna do this when she see me, this and that, and the bitch didn't even see me. That's how I felt. Like, he was talking up a big ass game, and when it was time for us to see each other, this nigga was nowhere to be found. So off rip, I had an attitude. I had an attitude off rip, because these girls are ready at this time. They have their makeup in and everything. It's not like I could run to my room and get ready real quick. I mean, I could have, but like, I wanted my makeup to, I wanted my face to be beat, you know, like beat to the gods, you know what I'm saying? It's not like I could run to my room real quick and get ready. So off rip, like, I was really mad. Like, I was like, oh, okay, like, I see what you do. Like, you ghost people, basically. That's what you do. So I was mad at him. I went off on him, and he didn't even reply. Let me go ahead and give y'all like his little excuse for ghosting me, because he was friends with, I met him through my friend. She was friends with him. He tried to say that why did he ghost me? He tried to say he was intimidated by me. I intimidate him. And he was saying that like, he said like I talk a lot of shit, and he basically said that he didn't want to like get with me and like sleep with me, and the sex was bad, and then like I would have been, or he nutted fast, and then I would have been on my socials talking shit. What type of fucking excuse is that? Like, what are you even talking about? We were just gonna link. Like, what are you talking? You're weird. We didn't even need to have sex. Like, we were just gonna link. You get what I mean? So like, he's just a dummy within himself. And I just gotta say, for that part, y'all, ladies, if a nigga ghosts you, cause like I've been ghosted, not a lot in my life, but I've been ghosted. If a nigga ghosts you the first time, leave that nigga alone, because 9 times out of 10, niggas that like to do that ghosting shit, they come back around to see like if you would let them do it again. And if they come back around and you accept them, they're gonna be ghosting you whenever the fuck they feel like it. So the first time a nigga ghosts you and he don't have no like logical reason, like, bitch, if a nigga ghosts you and he comes back, it needs to be that his mom was in the hospital. It needs to be that his dog died. It needs to be that he broke his foot on the way to the car. Don't need to be stupid ass excuse like what this dumb ass motherfucker told me. Keep that in mind. So let's get back to the vacation. After that, into the game room. At this point, I'm still waiting on this nigga to reply to me. Like, I'm like, okay, like, is this nigga gonna reply or not? Everybody's ready. Everyone has their makeup done. Their not their outfits, but like they're wearing regular lounge wear, and then they're about to, all they really needed to do after the game night was just go switch into their clothes and go to the club. Now these niggas off rip was a little bit too sexual. The games were also sexual, but I'm not surprised. Niggas love games where like, niggas in general, from what I've seen, just love games where they feel like if it has to be sexual. Like, niggas just do that all the time. So I'm just sitting there watching. I'm peeping game. Like, I'm a very observant person. So like, if I'm around people I don't know, I just get very quiet and I just watch. I'm watching, I'm peeping game and whatnot. I'm just looking, I'm peeping, I'm looking at their clothes, I'm looking at their outfits. I'm like, oh, they scam for real. Like, oh baby, they in it deep. In too fucking deep. Like, I'm just looking at the fucking Balenciagas, the Prada, like, and you can tell when an African boy is scamming. They be mixing designer like it's no tomorrow. They don't just be like Gucci down. That bitch, they be fucking Gucci at the hat, Prada at the shirt, or a fucking V-Lone at the shirt, fucking Off-White this, Balenciaga that. Like, that's how they were looking, and they just dressed terribly. I'm sorry, African scammer boys dress horribly, and they think that they got drip because it's designer, but that's besides the point. I was just looking at them, but I could tell that the nigga that was the one that did too much, I could tell he did a lot. They ended up going to the club. Now my friend, she knew I was mad. She was like, girl, just come to the club with us. Like, we will wait for you. Like, just go get ready or whatnot real quick. Come to the club. I was like, nah, it's good. I'm gonna just sit here, because I feel like that boy ruined my whole mood. Like, he ruined my mood, because and then on top of that, I had already had in my mind that I wasn't going to the club that night. I mean, I had clothes. Me, I'm an overpacker. I overpack regardless. I had clothes. If I wanted to go to the club, I could have went. But I just felt like the nigga, in my mind, I already had my mind made up that I wasn't going to the club that night, that I was gonna go see that nigga. So off rip, I was mad. I was like, I don't want to go to the club. Like, I'm good. Like, I'm gonna just sit here, I'm gonna chill, and I'm gonna watch Prison Break, because they had Hulu. They already had Hulu at the Airbnb. I was like, let me just catch up on Prison Break. Let me just watch Prison Break. I did that. I watched me some Prison Break. I I just want to thank the Lord that I didn't go to the club with them that night, because let me tell y'all what happened. Apparently, the nigga who was good looking, the one that I said was good looking, lied about the boy who did too much. We got to give them names because that's too much. We're going to call the boy who did too much Mark. We're going to call the nigga that was good looking Royal. Whatever. So Royal basically lied on Mark's name and said that Mark was gonna pay for the section. I'm guessing that when they got to the club, I'm guessing it was a whole issue of like, why are these girls not, Mark was looking like, why are these girls not paying for the section? Like, come on, like, you know, the girls were looking at him like, you said you were supposed to pay for the section. It started a whole argument between Royal and Mark, and they started going back and forth and stuff like that. They actually fought. Like, they fought in the middle of the streets right in front of the club. The boy who did too much, what's his name, Mark, was coming up to the car, not cursing, but like talking crazy to the birthday girl and just doing the fucking most. Like, it was bad. It was terrible. Like, it was just not a good night. One of the boys, I don't really remember, ended up losing their fucking phone. And the boy who fought, Royal did not have a place to stay. Royal was living with Mark. I'm looking at Royal like, why are you fighting with the motherfucker you living with? The next step gonna be, you can't come home tonight. You get what I mean? And that's what he did. He told him he couldn't come home. So he kicked him out. He took all they went home. Okay, so the next morning comes. Now I wake up. I ended up falling asleep. I was drunk too, because I'm thinking that like this nigga's gonna come, so I'm trying to get lit, you know, for the nigga. So I was already drunk, so I ended up falling asleep. I had woke up the next morning. I was in a deep ass sleep because I didn't hear nothing. They said they were making so much noise when they came in. I was like, how was y'all's night? So they was just telling me everything that happened. They was telling me everything that fucking happened. I guess after I think it was Royal who lost his phone. After Royal lost his phone and stuff, he went home. But the nigga Mark, he continued to go to the parties. He continued to go with them. And he basically told them that Royal lied. He never agreed to pay for their sections and stuff like that. That was never like in the picture or whatnot. And so like at this point, my friend is very mad because my friend is like, what's going on type shit. But they still went on to go party. So now they're telling me the story. They're telling me everything that happened. The birthday girl's friends that I'm kind of cool with said that she feels uncomfortable around the boy Mark, the one who does a lot. I was just like, why do you feel uncomfortable? Apparently Mark was being fucking nasty, was touchy-feely, touching girls. And I'm not talking about like, you know how you like, you know, try to dance and a nigga come up behind you. No, I mean like he was putting his hands in their breasts. He was grabbing their ass and they were telling him to stop. One of the girls told him to stop and he would not stop. It was just like a whole like, it was just too much. It was too much. Like, it was too much. At this point, I'm looking like, I'm not surprised. Like, I've been told y'all, like, in my head, I knew this nigga did a lot from when I first seen him. So I was not surprised at all, you know. But basically, to long story short, because I don't want to go in depth with it, the boy was being very inappropriate and was sexually harassing the girls that night. Now, the nigga Royal comes in the house. I guess he lost his phone, but he still had his cars and his keys. So the nigga Royal comes in the house the next morning. I'm looking like, everybody's just looking at him like, what you doing back at the Airbnb type shit. So he just tells us how the boy kicked him out. He threw all his shit out, all his clothes, his shoes, everything. And I guess the boy tried to call the police. Police came. The police told the boy, I'm sorry. Like, Mark called the police on Royal, and the police told Royal he gotta go. And Royal was saying, but he has my phone. He has my phone, because he thought that the boy stole his phone. But the boy told the police, I didn't steal his phone. Probably when his dumbass was fighting me, someone stole the phone, you know. But the boy told the police, I promise you, I did not steal that nigga's phone. I just want him out my house type shit. So at this point, he's now here at the Airbnb with no place to stay. So guess what he decides to do? This motherfucker decides that he gonna try to stay there. I'm looking like, no the fuck you're not. And the birthday girl is looking like that too, because she's like, hey, we all put in for this Airbnb. I'm so sorry about your situation, but like, I'm sorry, like, you're not gonna stay here type shit. Like, you're just not, because you didn't put in on this. I'm looking like, bro, what did I get myself into? All jokes aside. First, we got this dumbass nigga that decided to ghost me. Now we're dealing with these stupid ass niggas. Like, what is going on? My friend is just looking at him like, well, I don't know if you could stay here, but like, you know, you can stay here for now, but I don't know if you can sleep over. We decide, so, okay, because the girls woke up so late, we couldn't even go to our daytime festivities. So we decided to go to the dinner. Went to the dinner. the birthday girl's friend ended up telling the birthday girl how they felt about the one nigga that was doing what he was doing his fucking tomfoolery. And so she decided to confront him, and of course he lied, like they all do. He was like, well, it wasn't that deep, like, you know, they were dancing and I was just trying to get behind them, like, I don't see that as me doing anything bad or da 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 da. Like, he was just defending his honor. He was like, man, like, I'm so sorry for everything that happened. Why don't y'all go ahead and come to such and such club tonight and we could split a section. So he told my friend we could split a section. He said, we can pay, you pay such and such, I pay such and such. I can have my people in the section, y'all can meet them. Like, let it be a good vibe, like, you know. My friend was agreeing, and in my head I'm like, why are y'all still hanging out with these niggas? Like, after you ruined my first night of my birthday events, I would straight up tell my friends they're not allowed around us. I don't care if you know them. They were basically friends with the birthday girl's friends, and they weren't even cool. They didn't even know these niggas like that. That was the bad part about this whole situation. They barely knew these niggas. If it was my shit, I would have been like, nah, these niggas can't come around. But I don't know why, but my friend decided to let them come around and stuff. So we decided to go to dinner. We went to dinner. Now, there was already tension at the dinner room. I don't really know why, but there was tension at the dinner room. So then we decided to go to the club. We went to the club with these niggas. I think we paid, and at this point, this is now Saturday night. I'm like, oh, I'm getting lit. Like, I'm getting lit. This is my first time being out for this whole trip, y'all. And then on Sunday, we were just gonna go to brunch and go home. I'm like, oh, I'm getting drunk tonight type. So I got drunk. They had Patron. We had my Patron. It was lit. Like, it was a fun night, like, after the dinner. The dinner was kind of awkward, and the dinner was terrible. I don't even want to talk about the dinner. The waitress was bad. They already had, like, a gratuity, so, like, she didn't care about service. Like, it was just bad. So I'm like, oh, I'm about to get drunk. I'm about to get drunk at this motherfucking club. It was an African club. I'm like, I'm about to get drunk and I'm about to turn up, and that's just gonna be that. Like, that's gonna be that. So I got crossfaded. I got, you know, fuck the fuck up. We went to the club. I had to pay to get into the club. And I don't know about y'all, but bitch, when I'm drunk, bitch, I just be swiping my card. $100? $300? You want my leg? Oh, I'm gonna give it to you. Like, that's just how I be acting when I'm drunk. So bitch, I don't even like paying to get into clubs, but bitch, I paid. I was drunk. So we get into the club, and the boy, he comes to the front. Now, this is Mark. Now, at this point in time, Royal, he left the group alone. Like, he didn't come back. After, like, that morning time of him talking to us on Saturday, he didn't come to none of the festivities at night. So, Mark comes up to us, and he's like, come, let me bring y'all to the section. Y'all, this section was so full. Like, when I tell you that this section was so fucking full, like, I was just looking like, where are we supposed to be at? Like, you get what I mean? Like, where are we supposed to sit in this section? That this section is so full. I found a place to sit, but literally only I could find a place to sit. Now, my friend started having an attitude. The birthday girl started having an attitude, as she fucking should. He's like, well, his African accent, and tell her to come sit there. Come sit there, because he was sitting next to me. But because my friend had an attitude, he was like, tell her to come and sit here. I'm gonna stand up. I don't care. I'll stand up. But my friend didn't care about her sitting down. If the other girl, if half of us can't sit down, mind you, it was like 10 of us. If half of us cannot sit down, then what was the point of us of her going half and you going half of the sections? What was the point? My friend started getting angry, and my friend started saying, what was the point of me and you splitting half a section? What was the point? This and that, and that and this. She not really talking to him. It's basically what they're doing is she's talking in my ear, I'm talking to him, he's talking in my ear, she talking to me. I'm like, bro, like, I understand that I'm in the middle of both of y'all, but come on now, like, y'all gonna, at the very least, somebody gotta get up and talk to, because I don't got nothing to do with this. And mind you, I'm drunk as fuck. Like, I know that, like, if the birthday girl not happy, nobody should be happy, but bitch, I can't lie, I was fine with where I was. I mean, I knew it was fucked up, but bitch, I was drunk. You feel me? Like, I was drunk. Trying to talk to her, I'm trying to talk to him, I'm trying to go back and talk to her. Like, it just ended up being like it just ended up being like a bad situation, like, all jokes aside. My friend got mad, and my friend's like, bro, I'm leaving, I'm done, I'm leaving. Mind you, that's what pissed me off, because pissed me off was we all 10 of us paid $20 to get in, and we left. So, like, basically we literally left within the 5 minutes of us being there. And I told my friend, I don't really remember what I told my friend, but I told my friend, are you sure that this boy has a section for us? Because I did not want to even pay the $20. Like, I can't even lie to y'all. Let me put y'all on something. This is what y'all need to do. If y'all now all the clubs be knowing that we be on that shit. But what y'all need to do is, if they taking Cash App, I know some of y'all know this, but for the people who don't know this, if they taking Cash App, go ahead and press however much amount they taking. Write down the name. Write down the name that they have. Put your phone on airplane mode and kind of hide your finger like this and be like, because it will show the check. But at the bottom of it, it's going to say the money will process when you reconnect to the internet. Kind of hide it with your hand. And because like the line is so long, they're not going to really even like get what you just did. They're going to just see that check and they're going to be like, you can go in. Some clubs, they don't even let you do Cash App because they know we be on that type of wave. Then when you get in, cancel like the thing because it's going to show pending. Cancel it. And then put your phone off of airplane mode and it will cancel. Not pay for clubs, or we sneak in, or I'm not going to say we never pay for clubs, but 9 times out of 10, we just don't pay for clubs. We just don't. The fact that, and this club was not doing Cash App. So the fact that I paid $20 to get into this club, and now you guys are telling me that we're going home. And I was thinking like, and not only did I pay $20, I'm drunk as hell. Like, I'm drunk. I'm lit. You feel me? Like, I don't want to go home. Like, and I was asking her, like, are we going to another club? And she was like, no, we're going home. Like, she was pissed. So we went home. We went home, y'all. The food at the restaurant was terrible. And sis, she probably gonna watch my stories. If you watch my stories, hey bitch, like that's still my bitch. My bitch, she didn't have nothing to do with it except for like trusting ain't shit ass niggas and trusting her friends to lead her in the right way. But she, hey bitch, like me and her, we still cool. But the trip was just a trip from hell. And then when we came back, girls were saying that he was touching them again. And in my head, I'm like, how did you manage to touch people again in a matter of us being in a club for 5 minutes? So this nigga was a certified rapist, kind of, in my eyes. Because I'm like, if you already got confronted about doing it the first time, why would you come back and do it again? Like, you are mad weird. So we went home. We went to Whataburger and we went home. I was drunk as hell. I went home. The birthday girl was so angry at the whole weekend that she said, I don't even want to do brunch. I just want to go back to PV, which was our school. She said, I just want to go back to PV. I don't want to do brunch. I don't care. That's how the night ended. Now, I get back home and I'm on the phone with my friends and I'm telling my friends about this horrible ass trip. Like, this terrible, horrible ass trip. This trip was the worst trip that I've ever been on in my life. And even my friend said it, like the birthday girl. She was like, this is one of the worst trips ever that she's ever been on. I'm on the phone with my friends telling them everything that happened. I'm really mainly telling them about how this fuck ass nigga ghosted me. Tell me why I see an incoming call from the birthday girl. So I'm like, oh, okay, let me talk to her. I get on the phone with the birthday girl and I'm like, hey, what's up? Sis tells me that the nigga Mark was on his Instagram talking shit about the boy who he fought, Royal. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like, you know, they were friends, they fought. He said, no, but bitch, it gets worse. I'm like, bitch, how worse can it get? Like, it don't, you know, like, I know they fought, but sis, that don't got nothing to do with me, you know? She said that this motherfucker was talking shit about us. I said, what type of shit? She said, go watch his story. This motherfucker, and I'm going to say it just like how he said it with the African accent and all this. Man, fuck that nigga Royal. I don't even want to do the African accent. I'm going to just say what he said. He said, fuck that nigga Royal. Fuck that nigga Royal. That nigga Royal is a motherfucking liar. And I would never be friends with him again. And he was saying, and I did not steal that motherfucking phone. That nigga is lying on me. You broke ass, bitch ass nigga. After I let you stay with me when nobody fucking liked you. I let you fucking stay with me. And this is how you motherfucking repay me. You fucking dumbass liar. He was like, so let me tell y'all what happened. So this nigga went to go fucking, he said something like, cause this nigga wanted to appear good to bitches that were fat and ugly. That's what he called us. He called us fat and ugly. He was like, since this nigga wanted to appear good to bitches that were fat and ugly, he lied on me and said that I was supposed to pay for that section. I'm not paying for no fucking fat and ugly bitches sections. All the bitches was ugly. All the bitches was fat. And if they weren't fat, they were ugly and stuff like that. And I'm not paying for no ugly ass bitches section. And he was like, and it don't even have nothing to do with looks. If I never said that I was paying for a section, do not lie on my fucking name and say that I'm paying for a section especially if them bitches don't look good. I'm not gonna lie, bro. And when I went to his Instagram, this motherfucker is like an upcoming African artist. So like, he had a lot of followers. So I'm like, you are displaying to your followers that we were fat and ugly? Now let me tell you something, bitch. I was fat, but bitch, I was not ugly. And if you guys see how this motherfucker looked, like, you guys will honestly laugh. Like, if I really wish, oh my God, I really wish I could show y'all how he looked. If you guys see how this man look, y'all, this man looked like the bottom of my shoe. And I'm not talking about my Air Forces. I'm talking about the Skechers that my mom used to buy me at Payless. Because, bitch, even the bottom of my Air Forces look better than this nigga. This nigga was ugly. He had these little tiny-ass dreads, was dark skin. I'm not saying dark skin is ugly, but I'm trying to give y'all a description of him. He had these tiny-ass dreads, was dark skin, face shaped like this. He was not skinny. Let me just add that in. He wasn't fat, but he was not skinny. He was, like, chubby. I'm looking at him like, I know for a fact your mama fat. Like, I just know, like, you giving me vibes that your mom is fat. And you want to sit up here talking about fat and ugly? First of all. Second of all, bitch, I never asked for you to pay for no sections. Bitch, do not include me in the stupidity that you and these girls had going on. Bitch, I didn't even know I was going to meet you. I told my friend straight up. I said, that nigga is mad disrespectful. I said, but sis, I already told you not to plan your birthday around these niggas. I already knew some shit like this was gonna go off. So that's basically the story time. Oh, and then he was saying stuff like he didn't touch nobody. If you gotta get on social media and start saying you didn't touch people, you guilty, you touched someone. He was saying stuff like accusing me of doing shit that I didn't do. You fucking did it. It wasn't just one girl that said you was inappropriately touching her. It was many girls that were saying that you were touching them down there, touching them on their boobs, trying to get inside their shirt, trying to grab their ass, and they told you to stop multiple times and you would not stop. You are a fucking rapist. Do not fucking sit up here and try to front and make it look like, bitch, this nigga was ugly to the point where, bitch, if God forbid he touched me, but bitch, I won't even tell nobody, because I don't want nobody to look at me different and be like, damn, he touched you. Like, he was like, you are not the nigga that anybody wants to be touched on. You are ugly as fuck. I'm not saying Michael B. Jordan touched me, bitch. I'm saying you touched me. And that's the problem with these African scammer niggas. They think because they have money that they're just automatically cute. If you lost your money today, nobody will fuck with you. Your money is the only reason why bitches flock your way. You are ugly. So that was the story time. And in my head, I'm like, look, tell myself this. I learned two things. If a nigga ghosts you, get rid of him, sis. Like, just get rid of him. And if your friend ever tells you, hey, we're going on a birthday trip, but such and such is supposed to be paying for this and such, do not go on that trip. Do not go on that trip. You're going to be very mad. If you do not know these niggas, like if you do not know them, do not go on the trip. And if you are planning a birthday event, plan your birthday event around your schedule. Plan it around your payments, your time. Don't depend on nobody for nothing. Yeah, I heard an update about the boy that he kicked out. He was homeless. I don't know if he's still, I'm pretty sure he found a place to stay. That's the story time of the vacation trip from hell and traveling with rapists. And I'm gonna call him a rapist because that's what he is. And I don't want nobody in my comments to sit up here and somebody say, well, yeah, I don't know, like people be getting drunk. I mean, I don't think anybody would say that, but let me just add this in before I close out this story time. A lot of these Dallas niggas, a lot of these Dallas African scammers are rapists. I've heard many stories about them raping girls, cornering girls in the room and trying to rape girls. They're known for raping girls. A lot of these, you got to be careful with these Dallas African boys. They are rapists. They will rape you. Like, not on no funny shit. I've heard too many stories. So when I was hearing that, I was just like, oh, I know he be raping girls. Like, you know, a lot of girls be keeping quiet because they be scared that they gonna do something to them. So y'all just watch y'all surroundings and do not hang around nobody who you do not really know like that. Because the girls that claim they knew him, them motherfuckers had just met these niggas at the club in Houston 2 weeks before this girl's birthday trip. Y'all don't even know him. We basically had motherfuckers that we did not know in our Airbnb. That's not safe at all. Or like, I don't roll like that. Like, that would never happen on my end because I don't trust niggas, period. Off rip. Yeah, guys. And oh, let me finish this out. You want to sit and talk about some bitches are fat and ugly, then why the fuck are you touching the fat and ugly bitches? If you felt like we was fat and ugly, Why are you touching bitches that are fat and ugly? Why are bitches accusing you of touching them? Obviously, you like it. And it just goes to show how niggas be trying to flex on the gram and flex in front of their friends that they don't like fat girls. Y'all like it. Y'all fucking like it. And I'm going to do a video on that soon. So if you are new to the channel, thank you for stopping by. Go ahead and check out the other content. You're going to like it. I promise you, sis, you're going to love it here. If I didn't have that much energy for this video, I'm so sorry. I'm actually very tired and I'm about to go to the gym. So I'm trying to hurry up and finish this shit. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. It's up to you. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.